So, there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue. And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up-and-coming superstars like Kazumi and Sky Bree, fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a decreased interest in seeing us interview stars. In addition to that, you might recall that the channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely recovered and managed to build up a very healthy roster of talent since then, that certainly took a toll on our business for a while as well. All that stuff hurt the business, but we were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months, where we experienced 2 major L's that we never could have seen coming. First, we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, we got taken down one day and we still have absolutely no idea why.
This is Brian from Industry Beef Channel. Jay Prince went live on Instagram a few hours ago and discussed Wack 100 and Adam22's financial struggles on No Jumper podcast. Jay Prince called their actions rat behavior because they came online to publicly criticize their businesses without considering the consequences. Wack 100 then exposed Jay Prince for his actions by sharing a post he made after some goons from the Bronx stole Rap-A-Lot chains from his artists. Check out the post here. Mob ties call to my real street ninjas around the world, but especially on the East Coast in the Bronx. There's a clown by the name of Zay and his crew who want to become famous by bragging about robbing rap industry ninjas. They recently bragged about robbing the artist YBN Almighty J, whom I'm invested in. They've robbed him of his money and jewelry, including a Rap-A-Lot piece. So therefore, they have robbed a piece of me. This is a perfect opportunity to execute our unity, where we don't allow moment thinkers to muddy the water over the movement. With that being said to the homies in the Bronx, if any of these clowns are y'all family or friends, speak now, so we can get an understanding. To ignore this is a recipe for disaster. Other than that, it's these clowns versus the realest ninjas in every hood around the world, and that's the meaning of mob ties. And Jay Prince tagged all the celebrities from the Bronx. Wack 100 commented on the caption, asking what ratting looks like, right or wrong. Jay Prince exposed the crime, the perpetrator, their location, and tagged them so the FBI could investigate them. This situation has only worsened, and social media users are now speculating online. Let me quickly share the clip from Jay Prince's live stream with you. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section.
Man, what a beautiful walk. Look at the skies. Look at the skies. I see my man Crush. What's up, Crush? G-O-D-N. That's my brother right there. From another mother. See you tomorrow, homie. Yeah. Now you talking about a real example. You know, the homie, you know, went past the 360. You know, there's a homie that had a life sentence. 1 or 2 life sentences. I don't know how many it was, but he couldn't have done one of them. But, you know, the Creator opened the gates up and allowed him to be free. And the beautiful thing about him is he don't take his freedom for granted. You know what I mean? He free, and he ain't forgot where he came from. You know, he giving back. He inspiring, he uplifting. You know what I mean? But most of all, you know, he's still being a man. And that's what we're about. You know what I mean? We're about being men in our community. We're about being men wherever we step. You know, ain't gonna be no twisting when we walk, and we ain't gonna do no squatting. You know what I mean? We have to take these different leaks. And for sure, you ain't gonna hear us, you know, on no podcast hating and belittling, trying to tear down our fellow man versus uplifting and going on the podcast every day to snitch on somebody, you know, taking, you know, advantage of the youth, those that hadn't fully developed their wisdom to the extent where they can be tricked and naive. You got these suckers that's around here taking advantage of them, lying to them, talking loud, trying to make it appear that they some type of bulldog or big dog when they really just a chihuahua. You know what I mean? These dudes are poodles, but they want to fool y'all with all of this expression and all this Hollywood shit that they do, and they undercover sissies, and that's just the truth. Yeah, nah, I hear y'all loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. And this portrait is so much bigger than rat behavior. Until, you know, every time I talk, if it's one of y'all that embrace the game that I give, then it's worth me walking and talking to you. Now, when all of you become damn fools and nobody want to embrace wisdom no more, then I'm gonna ride on off to the sunset. You know, I'm gonna ride on off to the sunset because I'm gonna feel like I'm wasting my breath and my time. But until then, yo, man, I want to see my people win. You know what I mean? I want to see y'all win. I want to see y'all break this poverty curse that been having our families in bondage for decades. You know, in bondage for decades. I saw my mom, I saw my grandmother, my great, you know, all these people in bondage for decades. And some of you clowns want to add to the pain. Why not be on the other side? You know what I mean? Why not be on the other side? Y'all know my favorite saying, you know, the street guys are some of the wisest individuals I ever met on this earth. But until, you know, they awaken the sleeping giant within themselves and realize that if they put that same energy in corporate America that they put in being a clown, or that they put in darkness, oh man, you talking about some brilliant individuals. All these people, Elon Musk and all these different individuals, man, they ain't got nothing on the real sharp, the sharpest of the street guys. They ain't got nothing on them because they not where we from. They ain't been in where we been in. They ain't lived in where we lived in. And most of all, they didn't get out of where we got out of successfully. So awaken that sleeping giant, man, inside of yourself. You know what I mean? That's my brother Larry Hoover spoke about that sleeping giant. You know, when me and him was kicking it on the intro of the Ghetto Boys. When he say they scared of him because he know how to awaken that sleeping giant. And that was a powerful thing that was being said. And that's what we looking forward, you know, to the day in his freedom, so we can awaken the sleeping giant. And so many that sleep and that won't listen to those that they don't respect. You know, I look forward to the day of being able to share that journey, share that walk, share that creativity with my brother on how to free a lot of our people out of bondage. And every politician that's for that, we're gonna be with them too. You know what I mean? The real ones that's really for our people, then that's who's gonna get my vote. You know what I mean? The real politicians that's for our people. I don't discriminate. But those that's really for us, that's just not talking about it, but I can see some actions being shown, then you know that's what moved me. See, a pair of lips will say anything. That has been proven every day with these clown ass podcasts. You know what I mean? That's a fact. That a pair of lips will say anything. But it's all good, you know. Big wheels keep on rolling. Yeah, big wheels keep on rolling. Yeah. What did I do with it? Yeah, let me put this thing back on. Yeah, that's me. Y'all see me live in the living color. Y'all see me walking. Yeah, I can walk in peace. See, I can walk solo. I can walk in peace in hoods, suburbs, on the moon. It don't matter. You know what I mean? When it's real everywhere. And when you understand that you got God's favor, then no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You know, I ask him to make my enemies my footstool all the time, and trust me, a lot of them has been delivered to me, and I dealt with them accordingly.
Additionally, stay tuned to the Industry Beef channel for all the latest news surrounding J Prince, Wack 100, and Adam22. And don't forget to follow us for everything else happening in the music and pop culture world.